So, I'm going to rant for a second. Okay, so pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We've all heard it. We've heard it for thousands of years. It's the American mantra, and it's the trap. It's one of the many systems built and perpetuated in this country to make everyone feel like they're not good enough. And this idea of meritocracy is a complete myth. Truth is, it's bullshit. The myth says anyone can overcome poverty or hardship if they just work hard enough, right? Every billionaire on the face of the planet claims that they did this, that they're self-made. But they've always come from rich parents. They've always had opportunities maybe 1% of us in this country actually get. Not a single one of them got to where they are without help and without money and without privilege. But they sell this lie to all of us that, oh, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you too can one day own the world. And I'm just so fucking tired of hearing it, and I'm really fucking tired of oligarch bootlickers perpetuating it. I just don't understand. I don't understand the brainworm. I really don't. Let's break down how the three major systems in America, religion, zealotry, patriarchy, and capitalism, prop up this lie for their own survival. Okay, so the Bible is chock full of calls for mutual aid and caring for the vulnerable. Leviticus 25:35 orders, if your brother becomes poor, you shall support him. Psalms 82:3 commands, give justice to the weak and the fatherless, maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Then there's the whole parable about the Good Samaritan. It's Luke 10:25-37. It's perhaps the clearest call to help for those in need. Yet, if anybody like me is chronically online, you've seen the homeless lady who got kicked out of the church, and they threatened to call the cops on her just because she was sleeping in her car. You've seen the now two ladies, the one British and the one American lady, who calling churches and asking them for baby formula, and getting nothing. So, you know, you ask for food, you ask for help, you ask for anything from these fucking zealots who preach the good word out of one side of their mouth and then tell you to fuck off with the other side. And it just makes me fucking sick. Love thy neighbor is embroidery and nothing more to them. And then they preach moral responsibility, not collective aid. They twist this idea of communal care into a demand for individual endurance. The faith preaches interdependence but punishes neediness. Because if the church reached into their pocket and actually helped somebody, then the preachers wouldn't live their lavish lifestyles. They wouldn't buy their private jets. They wouldn't have their Mercedes-Benz. They wouldn't build their mega churches with their camels and all of their fucking golden idols. Because Christianity especially, but really all Western religions, have always been lies. They have always been monuments to greed. Okay, but let's get off religion. Capitalism, meritocracy's dirty secret, right? Capitalism loves this bootstrap story because it justifies keeping money and resources concentrated at the top. The American dream claims meritocracy if you succeed, if you're smart, if you work hard enough. But research has repeatedly proven that factors like race, inherited wealth, and geographical location overwhelmingly determine your chances of success. According to the Economic Policy Institute, children born in poverty in America have about a 4% chance of reaching the top income bracket. Okay? Opportunity is not equally distributed in this country, yet capitalism insists if you're poor, it's your fault. And the mind-boggling thing about it is that the poor people perpetuate this. I see it all around me. You know, with hustle culture and all of this fucking bullshit, people have internalized this idea that they're failing because of personal failings, because they're not working hard enough, and it makes me so goddamn sad. So billionaires get to say, I built this from nothing, which is never true. It has never once been true. And they shrink social services. The moral con is always systemically stacked. Defeat is blamed on personal weakness. And then, of course, there's patriarchy. There's always patriarchy, because it's always fucking patriarchy. Patriarchy hurts everybody, helps no one except the 1%. Patriarchy rips off bootstrap culture by demanding that you be strong and independent, especially women, while making sure that the deck is stacked against you. Women are told to succeed on their own, yet face persistent wage gaps, caregiver burdens, culturally enforced silence around harassment and discrimination. Bell Hooks, Google her, it's all lowercase, calls patriarchy a system of domination that survives because it contradicts itself. And that's like the most perfect definition I've ever fucking heard. Because it expects toughness, but controls through shame and dependence. You're supposed to be self-sufficient, but only within a narrow, male-defined framework that limits your choices and freedom. Bootstrap culture isn't empowerment. It never has been. It was always one of the many systems designed to keep the powerful people in power and the powerless people from gaining power. It's a cage. It demands impossible self-reliance while shutting down real support systems and silencing calls for justice. The Bible calls for us to bear one another's burdens. Capitalism rigs the game and blames the losers, and patriarchy insists on independence that doesn't exist. Next time someone tells you, just pull yourself up by the... punch them right in the fucking throat. And remind them that the ladders are missing, that the ropes are cut, and sometimes even the helping hands are just there to slap you back down. If you want real change, we have to tear down the myth, we have to deconstruct, and we have to build systems that actually lift us all. Mutual aid. Okay. Go back to doom scrolling. Bye. Kisses.